we first started the show, I really thought we were doing a show about building cars and motorcycles for people. It evolved into a show about people and their...
When Counting Cars first appeared on television, it quickly became one of the most exciting shows for car lovers. It was not just about vehicles. It was about creativity, passion, and the hard work behind turning old cars into masterpieces. At the center of it all were Danny the Count Koker and Ryan Evans, two men whose love for cars made them household names. Danny, the owner of Count's Customs in Las Vegas, had a deep respect for classic vehicles and a vision for turning them into unique works of art. Ryan, the lead painter and artist, brought that vision to life with his amazing designs and detailed craftsmanship. What fans saw on screen was pure magic. Restored muscle cars, colorful motorcycles, and projects that looked impossible at first glance. But behind the shining chrome and roaring engines, there was another story quietly unfolding. One that most fans never knew. In interviews years later, both Danny and Ryan revealed that the show's success came with pressure, stress, and challenges that would push them to their limits. What started as a fun project about cars soon became a complex operation filled with tight schedules, production demands, and real-life struggles that no one outside the shop could fully understand. Behind the TV cameras, Count's Customs was a busy workshop full of life and noise, the smell of paint, the sound of tools, and the sight of half-finished classics everywhere. What fans didn't see were the endless hours, long nights, and constant deadlines. Filming a show while running a real business was never easy. Danny had to manage the business side, dealing with customers, suppliers, and staff, while also performing for the camera. Ryan had to keep his creative focus even when producers wanted drama for television. Every car was a challenge, and every episode needed to impress both the audience and the clients. Things often went wrong. Parts arrived late, engines failed, paint jobs didn't dry on time, and the crew had to work extra hours just to meet filming schedules. Danny was the kind of boss who demanded perfection, and Ryan was the artist who wanted every detail right. That combination made Count's Customs one of the best shops in the country, but it also created stress. While fans saw laughter, jokes, and smooth teamwork on screen, behind the scenes there were tense moments, disagreements, and real fatigue. Both men later admitted that the show's success came at a cost: their health, time, and peace of mind. Running a restoration shop is already difficult, but running it while millions of people watch your every move adds a whole new level of pressure. Danny became a television personality almost overnight. He was expected to be entertaining on camera while still managing expensive restoration projects. He later shared that at one point, the stress caused him to lose 35 pounds in just a few months. He often skipped meals, worked late into the night, and missed family events because of tight filming schedules. Meanwhile, Ryan was under creative pressure to produce perfect designs within short deadlines. The shop's reputation depended on his work, and any mistake could damage both his image and the company's. As the show grew more popular, Count's Customs began attracting high-profile clients and more complicated builds. At the same time, lawsuits and business disputes started appearing, from clients who claimed delays or overcharging, to a major embezzlement case that hit the company hard. These legal issues created even more pressure for Danny, who had to balance lawyers, clients, and producers all at once. The fame that once seemed like a blessing had become a heavy responsibility. Danny later admitted that he felt torn between running the business he loved and living up to what television producers wanted him to be. As Counting Cars continued its run, trouble began to grow behind the scenes. Several legal cases were filed against Count's Customs, including one involving a 1967 Ford Mustang restoration worth $50,000. Clients accused the shop of delays and cost issues, while Danny defended his team's integrity. At the same time, another shocking problem emerged inside the shop. An employee named Joseph Frontier was accused of stealing company money to buy luxury items. The discovery caused chaos, financial loss, and a lot of emotional stress for everyone involved. Unfortunately, when media outlets reported the story, they made a serious mistake. Some used Ryan Evans' photo instead of the actual suspect. That simple mix-up created a storm of rumors online. Fans started asking if Ryan had been involved in the crime. Social media posts and forums spread false stories, and Ryan's reputation took an unfair hit. He later explained that this period was one of the hardest in his life. Even though he had done nothing wrong, he had to face messages from fans who believed the fake news. Danny stood by him, making it clear that Ryan was innocent and had always been loyal to the shop. But the incident showed just how fast rumors can destroy reputations in the digital age. Along with the lawsuits and production pressures, this period nearly broke both men emotionally and financially. By the time Counting Cars reached its 10th season, both Danny and Ryan were feeling the exhaustion. The constant filming, the never-ending projects, and the growing public attention had taken a toll. Every small issue inside the shop could become a big story online. Some fans noticed Ryan's absence in later episodes and began to wonder if he had been fired or quit. Others linked his disappearance to the embezzlement story, even though it had nothing to do with him. The truth was much simpler. As the show started winding down, Ryan chose to work more behind the scenes, focusing on his art rather than TV fame. Danny, on the other hand, started pulling back from the spotlight to protect his health and his sanity. He stopped posting regularly on social media and made fewer public appearances. Fans took his silence as a sign that something was wrong, but in reality, Danny just needed peace. After years of working non-stop, he realized that no television fame was worth sacrificing his health and family life. The decision to step back wasn't easy, but it allowed both him and Ryan to reconnect with what truly mattered, their craft and their well-being. For years after the show ended, rumors continued to spread online. Some said Count's Customs had closed. Others claimed Danny and Ryan were no longer friends. But recently, both men decided to finally speak out and share their side of the story. In interviews and social media posts, they revealed what really happened. Danny spoke honestly about how difficult it was to balance a national television show with the real work of running a business. He admitted that parts of the show were exaggerated for drama. But the cars, the artistry, and the team's skill were all very real. He also shared how the stress from filming and legal problems had affected his health, but said he had no regrets because Count's Customs remained his passion. Ryan also opened up about the rumors that had followed him for years. He explained the mistaken identity case in detail and said that although it hurt to be falsely linked to a crime, he chose to stay quiet to avoid adding fuel to the gossip. Now both men wanted to clear the record once and for all. They emphasized that their bond and loyalty never broke, and that both continued working together at Count's Customs, even after the cameras stopped rolling. After Counting Cars ended in late 2021, many fans assumed that was the end of Count's Customs. But in reality, the shop continued to operate, quietly, efficiently, and with the same love for cars as always. Without the cameras around, Danny and Ryan found new energy and focus. They could take on projects at their own pace, without having to worry about filming schedules or television drama. Danny focused on managing the business and improving operations, while Ryan devoted himself fully to design and craftsmanship. They also started mentoring younger team members, passing on their experience to a new generation of custom car builders. Even though they were less visible in the media, their reputation remained strong in the car community. Many of their best restorations happened after the show ended, proving that their passion for creativity had not faded. Danny said in one interview that stepping away from fame helped him rediscover the original joy of working with cars. No cameras, no scripts, just pure passion. Ryan echoed this feeling, saying that being out of the spotlight gave him more space to focus on art rather than image. Danny and Ryan's story is more than just the tale of two TV stars. It's a lesson in resilience, honesty and dedication. They faced public pressure, personal hardship, and false accusations, yet they never gave up on their craft. Their decision to finally break the silence was not about seeking sympathy, but about restoring truth. They wanted fans to understand that Count's Customs was never about fame. It was about artistry, teamwork, and passion for cars. Their openness also taught valuable lessons to others in the entertainment and business world. Fame can be powerful, but it can also distort reality and bring heavy burdens. By speaking honestly, Danny and Ryan reminded everyone that behind every TV show are real people, with real struggles and emotions. Today, they continue to work together, focused on building a future for Count's Customs that is grounded in authenticity rather than celebrity. When Danny the Count Koker started stepping back from public life, many fans began to wonder what had happened to him. The truth is that Danny never disappeared. He simply chose to live a quieter, healthier life. After years of non-stop filming and business stress, he realized he needed time to heal. He began focusing on his personal well-being, his marriage, and his love for music. Not many fans know that Danny has been passionate about music since childhood. He's the lead singer of his own rock band, Count 77, which performs classic rock songs and original tracks. Music became his therapy, a way to express emotions he couldn't always show on television. He also started spending more time in his private garage, restoring vehicles for himself rather than for clients. In interviews, Danny said that building cars just for fun reminded him why he fell in love with the craft in the first place. Away from the cameras, he could take his time, experiment with new ideas, and enjoy the process without worrying about deadlines or producers. Those who visit Count's Customs today often describe Danny as more relaxed and humble than ever. He still greets fans warmly and takes pictures with visitors, but he no longer chases fame. Instead, he uses his platform to support young builders and artists in Las Vegas, encouraging them to follow their passion honestly. Danny's evolution, from TV star to mentor, shows that his love for the craft never faded. It simply matured. Ryan Evans also took a new direction after the show ended. Though he still works with Count's Customs, he began exploring solo projects and collaborations with other custom shops and artists. His painting and design skills are in high demand, and he has started hosting small workshops to teach others about automotive art. Fans who meet him describe him as calm, grounded, and focused, a man who learned to handle fame without letting it define him. Ryan has also become active on social media, sharing his work and insights into the world of custom design. He often posts time-lapse videos of his painting process, showing how each layer, line, and color comes together to form a masterpiece. What makes Ryan unique is his humility. Despite his fame, he still talks to fans directly, answering questions and offering tips to aspiring painters. In one recent post, he wrote, "I don't paint for the fame. I paint because it's who I am." That simple statement captures his entire journey. An artist who survived the chaos of reality TV but stayed true to his craft. His style has also evolved. While Counting Cars focused on flashy designs and bold colors, Ryan's recent work shows a deeper appreciation for balance, texture, and storytelling. He now combines modern techniques with vintage inspiration, creating cars that look both classic and futuristic. This shift shows his growth not just as a painter, but as a person. By stepping away from constant exposure, he found the space to rediscover his artistic identity. Even though Counting Cars stopped airing, its fan base never disappeared. Around the world, people still watch reruns, share clips, and visit Count's Customs when they travel to Las Vegas. Many fans say the reason they loved the show wasn't just the cars, it was the chemistry between Danny, Ryan, and the crew. They represented teamwork, creativity, and the American dream of building something from nothing. When Danny and Ryan finally spoke publicly again, fans flooded their pages with support. They thanked them for the inspiration, for being real, and for reminding everyone that hard work pays off. In many ways, the fans became the true fuel behind Count's Customs. Even without a TV network, the audience kept the legacy alive by following their updates online and visiting the shop in person. Danny often says that he owes everything to the fans who stood by him through good and bad times. He has promised that Count's Customs will always welcome visitors who share the same passion for cars, art, and authenticity. Today, both Danny and Ryan look at the future with a fresh perspective. The fame that once controlled their lives is now something they manage wisely. They've learned that peace of mind is worth more than ratings, and honesty is more valuable than hype. Still, they haven't closed the door on television entirely. Danny has hinted in interviews that he might consider returning to TV, but only if the show focuses on the real artistry of car building, not fake drama. He wants any new project to reflect the true heart of Count's Customs: teamwork, passion, and respect. Ryan shares that view. He believes that if they ever do another show, it should highlight the craftsmanship behind the work. The hours of sanding, sketching, painting, and problem-solving that viewers rarely see. For now, though, both are happy working quietly, taking on special projects and enjoying the satisfaction of doing things their way. Their story shows that even when fame fades, talent and integrity never do. Looking back, Counting Cars wasn't just a television show. It became a symbol of creativity and resilience. It taught millions of viewers about the beauty of restoration, the art of design, and the spirit of hard work. It also revealed that even when cameras stop rolling, the people behind the success continue to evolve. Danny, the Count Koker, and Ryan Evans showed the world that passion can survive fame, controversy, and burnout. Their honesty, loyalty, and skill turned Count's Customs into more than a workshop. It became a legacy. For fans, the story isn't over. Every time a restored car rolls out of Count's Customs, the spirit of the show lives on. And for Danny and Ryan, the lessons they've learned about trust, friendship, and staying true to oneself will keep guiding them no matter what comes next. In the end, their silence wasn't about hiding. It was about healing. And now that they've spoken, the truth is clear.